Good morning, Year 2. We're so sorry that we can't be with you in school at the moment, but hopefully we'll be back together from next week to enjoy our last week before the Christmas break. So today we are going to be doing some maths, and we are going to continue our learning around 2D shapes. And this is something that we started to look at yesterday. Can you remember what a 2D shape is? You're right, a 2D shape is a shape which is flat. And yesterday we had a look at naming some different 2D shapes, and we had a go at counting the number of sides. So I'm going to give you some time now. You might want to pause the video to have a little look at the shapes on the screen. Can you tell somebody the names of these shapes, and can you have a go at counting the number of sides? Okay, let's go through the shapes together. So the first shape that we can see here is a circle. And we said that a circle has one curved side, which goes all the way round. The second shape we have is a square. And we know that a square has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Let's move on to this shape here. This is a rectangle. And yesterday we said a rectangle also has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. But what did we say the difference is between a square and a rectangle? We said the difference is a square has all equal sides that are all the same length, whereas a rectangle has sides that are not the same length. Let's move on to this shape here. This is a triangle, and a triangle has 1, 2, 3 sides. Let's move on to this shape. Let's count the sides first and see if we can remember the name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pentagon. Let's move on to this shape up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. What was the special name for if something has 6 sides? Hex. It's a hexagon. Next, let's move on to this last shape and see if we can remember our way to remember the name of this shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What animal do we know that has 8 tentacles? An octopus. So this is an octagon. So today we're going to be learning about the word vertex or vertices. But what does this word mean? So this is a special maths word, and it's talking about it's the place where 2 sides or 2 edges meet, and it's a fancy word for a corner. So if I've got my square here, I can see it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And if I look at this side here and this side here, I can see that they're joined by this corner, this point. And the special maths word for this is vertex or vertices if we're talking about more than one. So this is a vertex. Let's see if we can count how many vertices there are on this shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. A square has 4 vertices. Let's have a look at a rectangle. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. It also has 4 vertices. So we're going to have a go at filling in this grid, and I can see our different shapes that we have been learning about. So the first shape we're going to start with is our square. And we know that a square, as we just counted them, has 4 sides. Let's count the number of vertices again together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vertices. Let's move on to our rectangle. Can you see the rectangle on the screen? Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. It also has 4 vertices, and we know it has 4 sides. Let's move on to our triangle this time. We know a triangle has 3 sides. Let's count the number of vertices. Remember, they're this fancy word for the corners. 1, 2, 3. Let's move on to the pentagon. Remember, a pentagon has 5 sides. Can you see the pentagon on the screen? Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. Can you notice a pattern already? What pattern can you notice? I can notice that the number of sides is the same as the number of vertices. Let's see if it works for these next 2 examples. Let's see if we can find the hexagon. Remember, the hexagon has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices as well. I can see our patterns continuing. Let's see if it works for the octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's got 8 sides and it's got 8 vertices. We can notice that the number of sides is the same as the number of vertices. Next, on the board, I have got lots of different shapes, and it's asking us which shapes do not belong in the box. I want the shapes that have 8 vertices. So can you pause this recording and see if you can spot the shapes which do not have 8 vertices? Remember, a vertices or a vertex is the corner. Okay, let's have a look together. There are a few shapes on here which I know straight away we could put a cross through them because they definitely do not have 8 vertices. And the one I spotted straight away was the triangle here, because we know a triangle has 3 vertices, so that one doesn't belong in the box. I could also spot this one here. Let's check how many vertices we can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one does not belong in the box. Let's check this one next to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one does have 8 vertices, so it belongs in the box. Let's check this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it have 8 vertices? No. Let's check this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one does belong in the box. Let's check this one. This one's a bit tricky, so we need to count all of the points. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one does belong. And the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one doesn't belong in the box. Next, we're moving on to adding vertices this time. And it says, I have got 1 triangle and 1 square. And it's asking, how many vertices do we have all together? Now I can see that I've got my shapes here. I've got my triangle and I've got my square. And we know a square has got 4 vertices, and a triangle has got 3 vertices. And we know that 4 add 3 equals 7. Next, it's asking us to add some different shapes. It says I have got 2 rectangles and 1 pentagon. I'm just going to highlight it to help me remember what shapes I have got. So I've got 2 rectangles and 1 pentagon. How many vertices do we have all together? Now we know that we said a rectangle has got 4 vertices, and we've got 2 of those. So I'm going to do 4 add 4 for my 2 rectangles. And a pentagon has got 5 sides. I'm going to pause this video for you to work out how many vertices we have got all together. So 4 add 4 is 8, and then 8 add 5 is 13. So all together we have got 13 vertices. So, your activity today, your first activity, you are going to be filling in this grid. And you're going to be filling in the number of sides that each shape has and the number of vertices that each shape has. Next, I would like you to think about which shapes do not belong in the box. So the first question, which of these shapes do not have 6 vertices? Which of these shapes do not have 8 vertices? Which of these shapes do not have 5 vertices? And which of these shapes do not have 3 vertices? There is then a challenge for you to have a go at, which is uploaded onto the website. So I hope that was really useful to help you remember the names of the 2D shapes and then count the number of sides and the number of vertices. Keep working super hard and we'll see you really soon. Bye!